Just a quick review of this 3-in-1 magnetic charger stand. I've been using this one for a little while now. In fact, my wife's been using it for her phone, and I can tell you what we like about it and what we don't like. Off the bat, we've used a couple of these magnetic charger stands, and they're really handy, especially if you've got, AirPods to charge, if you have an Apple Watch and a phone, which would go here. I'm using my phone right now to record this, so I'm not going to put it on. But you can see, the light came on. You've got 3 charging stations. This one's a little different than other ones I've used in the past. Some of the others are more of a tree style, and they give you, or a pad style. This one's sort of interesting. It's got this sort of Lazy Susan ratcheting effect where it can turn. I can see why that might be useful if you've got it on your nightstand. You could have it facing forward and turn it around so that you can put your watch on it, turn it so that your phone is facing you. That being said, it's a little noisy. You can hear it clicking as I turn. And it's also very loose. It seems like it's really hard to just even touch this without it moving. As you can see, it just moved my, bumping into it moved my AirPods off the base. So that's a little bit annoying. It's just a little too loose. I don't mind the fact that it turns. I just wish it was a little stiffer and it wasn't turning unintentionally. The other thing about this is it's kind of big. You can kind of see by the size of my Apple Watch. This thing isn't small. It's going to take up, it's fairly large. It's probably 3 or 4 inches across on the bottom. Just using my AirPods case and watch, you can get an idea for the size of it. It's just probably fine for if you've got a larger phone, but it is bigger than some of these other charging stands that I've used in the past. But I think the one thing that, and it charges fine. We haven't had any issues with charging except for, occasionally there's not really a grippy pad on the bottom for the AirPod case. So occasionally those will just sort of slide off and, out of the charging zone. The watch area has a little detent and a magnet, so it can actually mag safe to the top there. And the phone charger is fine also, especially if you have a mag safe charging case. With extra magnets in it. Mine has I have a case that's rated for that, and it even though it's one of the bigger iPhones, it sticks to the charger just fine. And I do like that you can adjust it. It's a little stiff to adjust, which is odd because the rotation's so easy. But the lights down here, these might be a deal breaker for you. They're a little bit annoying. There is a button on the front, and you can turn them off. I think there's 3 modes. There's an on, which is a sort of a gentle kind of white light. In real life, it looks a little more purple. It's like a white tinged with purple, purplish pink. But I think it is intended to be white, like it's showing up here on the video. There's kind of a rainbow mode, which could be quite cool. I think my kids would love something like this. But most of the time, my wife are in the bedroom. This is on her nightstand. We just want it off. I have another charger tree like this, and it has a very, very faint light just to show you that it is charging the objects that you've put on it. This one doesn't seem to have that. You have to rely on your actual devices to know that you're charging. But one thing we've noticed is she'll turn the light off, and if you put anything back on it and it starts charging it, the lights come back on. So every time we're having to turn the light off. Almost every time. I think with the watch, it doesn't always do it. And I don't know if it's a bump thing, it doesn't seem like it, or it's a charging thing. But when I noticed almost every time I put the AirPods case on there, the lights come back on. And every time I put the phone on there, the lights come back on. So, at night, we'll be getting ready for bed. The lights will already be off on this. She'll dock her phone and has to then turn the lights off. So as you can see, yeah, I think that's just how it's hooked up. It's like as soon as it detects that it's charging, it seems to be either the AirPods or the phone, the lights come back on. The watch doesn't always do it, but I'll try one more time. So it's off, placing my watch on the charger, the watch has started to charge, and the light doesn't come on. So it seems to just be the phone and the AirPods. We'll try the AirPods one more time. They started to charge and the light kicks on. So it's kind of an annoying feature if you're a person that doesn't want the light, or you think it's going to be too bright. It is fairly bright, and there's no way to dim it, but you can click twice and turn it off. But yeah, if you're going to have those lights, if you're going to want those lights off most of the time, you're going to have to be touching that button 2 times every time you put something on the AirPods case, or every time you dock your phone, which I thought was pretty annoying. More annoying than the rotation. The clicking and the spinning isn't such a bother to me, but I think it's the combination of the clicking, the spinning, and the light that keeps coming on that would make me look for probably a different charger solution for my case. If this is something that's maybe out on your desk at work, I think any of those things would be totally fine, and maybe even beneficial. So kind of depends on what you're looking for, but those are just my 2 cents, and that's my feelings on this product.
Bueno, voy a hacer una pequeña review en vídeo de esta base de carga que nos sirve para cargar lo que vienen siendo los AirPods, nuestro iPhone y nuestro iWatch, ¿vale? Puede cargar las 3 cosas a la vez. Primero te digo que no trae el transformador incluido. Te recomienda el fabricante que utilices un transformador de al menos 18 voltios. Y de las cosas más interesantes que veo aquí es que es totalmente plegable. Esto lo hace ideal para el tema de viajes. Para cuando vas a ir de viaje, fíjate qué pequeñito se queda. Y además que puede funcionar pues como una lamparita de noche. Ya estás viendo que tiene una rotación de 180 grados. Puede rotar bastante. Y esto lo puedes ajustar a tu gusto para poner el reloj, el móvil y como sea. Es verdad que esta parte de aquí es interesante ver porque tiene una buena goma, lo cual hace que sea difícil que se mueva, es bastante estable. Pero sí que a lo mejor para alguna persona que esto se mueva tanto puede ser incómodo o no. Bueno, pues ya es cuestión de acostumbrarse. Tiene esta luz aquí abajo que es de colores y tiene varios modos. O sea, si no te gusta puedes cambiarlo y apagarlo. Y si no, pues tiene este modo que es como mesita de noche. Bueno, está la verdad bastante, como dicen por ahí, chido, ¿eh? Estos 2 modos, mesita de noche y las luces dando vueltas, que son muy chulas. Vamos a ir poniendo las cositas encima. Mis AirPods. El reloj. A ver qué tan rápido lo coge para cargar. Y ahí debería estar funcionando. Vamos a ver si está cargando. Ahí ya muestra cómo la carga. Y el móvil, obviamente. A ver qué tal lo engancha. Y ya está cargando. Justamente, ya sabes que cuando detecta la carga el iPhone se pone así. Y bueno, esta es la review básicamente. ¿Podría incluir quizá el cargador? Pues sí, es verdad. Podría incluir el cargador, pero bueno, me parece un accesorio ideal para aquella gente que viaja. Por ejemplo, para mí es ideal. Y lo que sí que no te puedo decir, porque no lo dice el fabricante, es la velocidad de carga. Este tipo de cargadores nunca va a cargar tan rápido como viene siendo el cable directamente. Eso sí hay que tenerlo en cuenta. Pero bueno, para tenerlo en casa, en tu mesita de noche, incluso como la luz de la noche o eso, pues es muy, muy chulo. ¿Vale? Así que fíjate cómo queda de noche. Vamos a apagar la luz. Y ahí lo tenemos. Bastante, bastante chulo. Bueno, pues espero que te haya gustado la review y nos vemos en la siguiente.
Alors je viens d'essayer, hein, ça parce que là je filme avec mon portable, mais j'ai essayé mon portable et ma montre et ça va nickel. Donc franchement j'en suis très contente. J'avais acheté le premier, j'avais payé 47 €, ça allait pas du tout et là j'ai pris celui-là, un peu plus simple, mais franchement esthétiquement il est très très bien. Donc je recommande celui-là. Moi j'ai un iPhone 12 Pro Max et un Apple Watch. Voilà.
Ça mouche en plus. Hein. Pourquoi ça sert ça?